middle click. So if it is 1, that means middle button is pressed. If it is 0, then it means it's not pressed. Then you have x coordinate and y coordinate on the screen. That is also given. It's known as 3-byte format pattern because it's 3 byte.
Yeah, actually
there are some more
bits here. So
let me give you an analogy. Almost every one of you must have done some program like book management system or factorial, right? So when you give an input from screen, if you for a factorial you say 5, you need something, a program which understands what to do with this 5, right? You need to understand, do I need to make a square root of that or take a factorial of that? So you need something to understand, and you need also a program which validates, okay, is this really 5 or is it 6, and is it presented in right format? And that is what the job of universal host controller is. So like you have your operating system, Microsoft Windows, running on your 422 processor. Similarly, on this processor, some part of the driver is there. Driver is like your normal program, like you write factorial program. Similarly, there is a program which we call as driver, and its job is to understand this. I mean, what does this 1 means? What does this x mean? So when this thing comes, host controller will validate this. Okay, this is in the perfect format. Instead of 1, someone sends 3.5, which is not possible. So then its job is to validate this. Okay, this is not the right format. And once it's validated, then this part of the software will make some meaning out of it. I mean, as I said, when you give 5, you need to, it's not, the program makes sure whether you need to find the square root of it or factorial of it. Similarly, the program finds out what to do with this data. That's in analogy you can think of it.
Right. So right now we are at the level where USB controller recognizes the mouse data sent by mouse. Okay. So what to do with this data? There should be some application which needs this data, right? So if you are dragging icon from some X location to some Y location, there is some application which does that job for you, moving that icon from this location to that location. So for that application is a generic application. You write application using languages like C, .NET, Java. So what you do in those languages, you just write a function, get mouse pointer, and you get directly the instance of mouse pointer XY coordinate. So how does that happen? Your program actually talks with another software program known as device driver. Device driver is nothing but a program which understands what these guys do, nothing else. So this is a device driver program for USB which runs with operating system, and operating system will communicate with device driver will communicate with these controllers. So this is how your mouse request is sent, it gets validated and buffered into the memory. Actually, buffering is nothing but making your request into the queue, so that if mouse is moved so fast that your processor cannot understand it, it will be into the queue so that you can fetch it from afterwards. Okay, so all these operations are performed at hardware level. This software just understands these actions and will talk to your application project. Okay, so this is how it goes through USB path. Okay, so next there are there are 4 modes in which USB can transmit data. We will not go in much more detail in that. Just I will tell you in brief what is each mode consists of. There is an interrupt based mode. In this mode, when device wants to send some data to computer, it will just send an interrupt and host controller will serve the interrupt. Bulk mode is a mode in which when you have to send a large amount of data. For example, when you connect a speaker using your USB device, at that time the data is so bulky, so that time and speed is also mattering thing. So in that case you need to send data using bulk mode. Control mode is nothing but control operations like send data, receive data, then okay, I am busy. Such kind of acknowledgement signals are sent using control mode. And isochronous mode is a mode in which there is a synchronization plus there is a property of bulk transfer. So there is nothing like the host controller doesn't know and mouse doesn't know. Sorry, mouse no. Mouse doesn't use this mode. Let's say speaker. So speaker will also know and host controller will also know what amount of data is received and sent by both the ends. In bulk mode, it is not the case. No one maintains any record. Isochronous mode is synchronized bulk mode.
So the reason, the question now arises is why
So
they done this job. Why? I mean, this is because you have so many devices connected through the same universal serial bus, and there's only one host controller for all that. So host controller need to know to whom I should serve the interrupt first. If a printer is requested for some service, mouse is also requesting some service, keyboard is also requesting some service, then we should give priority to mouse or keyboard first. Because if the printout comes after 2 seconds, that does not matter. But if your mouse does not move for 2 seconds, then you will certainly yell at your process, right? So that is why we have different modes so that the host controller prioritizes. So simply interrupt, okay, this is something which is most urgent. Bulk mode, okay, I'm sending some data to be printed by the printer. So in bulk. So it means if I give, if I give permission to print this, then the host controller knows that it will take some time. Isochronous, okay, that in the case of printer it was fine, it comes after 2 seconds. But if you are playing a song, then in that case, you don't want that it's like the advertisement that you saw, Reliance 3G. After every 2 seconds it stops and then after every 2 seconds it resumes. So that is why isochronous mode. So there is no delay and it's in bulk. So that is why we have different modes. So you see, the manufacturers of all these devices, they are evolving these over time. Earlier only a processor and a mouse. Then they introduced host controller in between so that the job of processor becomes easier. And then they have introduced this as well so that it becomes more easy. That is how these things are evolving over time.
Yeah. So as you can see, mouse uses interrupt. Okay. So this is one interesting thing about USB. So what this diagram depicts is nothing but you can have USB hubs. You know the concept of hub, right?
It's
so
like
hub is nothing but
extension mode.
Yeah, hub is like this extension board. There is only single point of communication here, but this extension board gives you the facility to connect multiple devices using a single line. So this is similar as hub. So in USB there is also something called as hub. So what hub does, it connects multiple devices using a single line. Okay. So yeah.
This is a hub for USB. Yeah. So there are multiple ports for USB. So if you are running out of USB ports, then you can plug it into this laptop and then you can connect multiple devices to it. So if you do not have enough ports on your laptop, then you can use this. Thanks, sir.
Yeah. So what USB gives you facility is, now just imagine you have connected multiple devices using hub. Okay. So this means if your computer has 2 USB ports, then also you can connect number of USB devices. You can connect hub, you will get 4 more ports. You can connect pen drive, 1 mouse, 1 keyboard. You can again connect another hub, again you will get 4 or 5 ports. You can again connect devices. So in this diagram, this is your computer having 1 USB port. This is a hi-fi keyboard which also provides hubbing facility. So here there are 2 USB ports to which this guy has connected a mouse to the keyboard. Keyboard is connected to your computer. This is a typical hub that you have seen right now. It is connected to keyboard. This hub again provides some ports. Then pen drive is connected. Again 1 more hub. Then again 1 more hub. Then again pen drive. So you see, this is a very flexible architecture. You can connect. So this is the biggest advantage that USB has provided. So one host controller of USB can support up to 127 devices So there is a 7-bit address present into the host controller that he can address to. So 2 raised to 7 equal to 128.
Yeah,
so
it's like your roll number.
yeah, and always first device is always host controller. So 0000 is always host controller address. Okay. So and you will get surprised that this laptop contains two USB host controllers. So this laptop can communicate with 256 USB devices. So this is how large amount of devices you can connect with using USB. So just going further, this is nothing but this diagram with some logical aspects. So this is nothing but it is showing what you can say a port number, then logical connection inside a hub. So this is very obvious and there is nothing to get afraid of such diagrams.
Yeah, you have got the concept.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. So, but this is okay. You can connect physically up with the help of such hubs and all. But at the logical level, where the host controller understands actually for device. For host controller, it is nothing but a 7 bits. The address of device 11111111. It's the address, and it is only the thing that host controller will identify. So for host controller, if the ID changes, device changes. So if the ID of keyboard is something X,